get showcased.
Welcome everybody to another live edition of the Showcase Pod. I am Don Vega, joined by the boss Chris Blackheart. Blackheart, you were playing with your phone.
Is it the live edition or the cold edition, man?
It could be both.
I got the chill all day, but going into Christmas.
Your favorite time of the year?
I do like Christmas, believe it or not.
You do like it?
I do like Christmas.
I thought you like taking vacations, like Christmas with the Cranks and, skipping Christmas and all that good stuff.
Right.
You're not
Christmas with the Cranks makes sense.
You're not
It all makes sense.
You're not skipping.
So that being said, in about 4 years, when the kid's off to college,
yeah, Blackheart might be non-available.
If she can't come back, then guess what? I guess who's going on a warm vacation?
Okay, Chris Blackheart. Chris Blackheart might be going to Puerto Rico for the extended version.
Yes, that would be. I gotta wait 4 years. I'm not waiting 4 years to go to that.
Of Christmas. Danny Badani's got the beanie hat. He's got the hoodie on. You cold, Danny?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's cold in here, but it's about to get hot. We got some results from the return of WWE Saturday Night's main event from last Saturday. We're gonna go over those right now in a few here. We did write down some people that I'm not going to mention any names like to steal.
No, I think we did it really well this time that no one could complain.
So, Daniel, take your paper there. And, we're going to start off with the WWE Championship match as Cody Rhodes defended the title against Kevin Owens. And Blackheart, who did you have for that match as the winner?
Wow. Who the real winner was or who actually won?
Well, who actually won on paper. Who the real winner remains to be seen.
Cody won.
Okay, you had Cody.
I had Cody.
I had Cody too.
I had Cody as well, retaining the WWE Championship. Of course, we saw what happened after the match when Kevin Owens attacked Cody and hit that package power driver that, supposedly put Cody Rhodes in the shelf.
Can't screw with the neck, though.
And now he's walking around with the old school Eagle wingtip title. And it's going to be interesting what happens with that.
Well, then we saw the confrontations when Owens was leaving with Triple H.
Yes.
Could something be brewing there? I don't know.
The rumors has it that Triple H might be cleared to have a final match. We're heading into that time. We're heading into WrestleMania season coming up in a couple weeks. So, can it happen? Can it be the return of Triple H to take on Kevin Owens at WrestleMania? That remains to be seen. Obviously, they're going into Netflix on January 6th. It's going to be interesting what happens there with Kevin Owens now carrying the old school title. It reminds me of back in 92, if I'm not mistaken, when Flair came in with the real World's Championship.
That could be. Maybe that's where they're going for that one.
Or oldie but goodie, because what's old is new again.
That's my favorite belt, man. The Winged Eagle.
Yeah. So we will see what happens there.
The Backlund belt, the green one. When the Backlund had, the Sheik had.
For that time, for that era, that was cool. A cool belt, nice plates for that era. But speaking of championships, we'll go right into the WWE World's Championship match, triple threat match, as Gunther defended against Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Who did Blackheart had in that match as the winner?
I had Gunther on that one.
Me too.
Okay, I had Gunther as well. You see, I still think that Blackheart's copying.
Just because I'm looking at
you
it.
might have a camera underneath the table, Danny. We're going to have to check it.
I think we did well this time. All right.
Did you see that match?
I didn't. I got up to the second match, and then I paused it, and I have not seen the rest of it.
Just say the truth. You fell asleep.
No, I didn't.
We're getting in that stage where Blackheart goes past 9.
No, I didn't.
Falls asleep
No,
on
I
the
didn't
couch.
watch it live.
Danny, you watched the match?
Yep.
Hard-hitting match, back and forth. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, I knew that Gunther was going to retain the title, which he did. And, you know, they still brewing things up with Damian and Finn Balor. And we'll see what happens there with Judgment Day. And now Damian Priest having some new friends from what I saw on Monday night.
Well, we'll get into...
we'll get into Monday night as well after we're done with the review here. Moving on to the women's title matchup as Liv Morgan defended against EO Sky. Blackheart, who do you had?
I had Morgan.
Same here.
I had Liv Morgan as well, retaining the women's championship over EO Sky. Another matchup that I was kind of like, you know, in the limbo because they've wrestled each other.
Yep,
they wrestled
same
each
way.
other at WrestleMania. And we got to see it again as Sami Zayn, ever popular, taking on Drew McIntyre. And who did you have as the winner in that match?
I had Mr. McIntyre.
Same here.
Well, you know, I really thought that Sammy was going to pull this one off. But apparently, you fucking... No, I'm not.
No, but no, it made sense. Like, especially when they put up the stats that Sammy has never defeated Drew.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Alrighty, so I lost on that one. I had Sami Zayn.
Big loser.
You know,
Big
going on that one. Oh, you put in...
loser.
well, you know, it's not over yet. The next match, we kind of did 2 matches that were going to be on Friday Night SmackDown to determine the United States Women's Championship battle there. And one of the matches was Bayley taking on Chelsea Green. And I had Chelsea Green as the winner in that matchup. Who did you had? You had Chelsea?
I did.
Yep. Daniel?
I had Tiffany and Bailey, and neither one of them made it. So
How could he be tied with us?
Oh, so no, Danny lost on those 2.
yeah.
Yeah, he lost on those 2, but he said, I thought at the end.
No, we're not tied then. It's me and you tied.
Oh, okay.
It's me and you tied because then you had Tiffany Stratton on the Mia Ying match.
Yeah, I did.
The next match was Mia Ying taking on Tiffany Stratton, and I had Stratton.
Yeah.
So I X'd out on that one. You as well. So
1, 2.
we were right on the winner of Saturday Night's main event matchup for the U.S. Championship as Chelsea Green won that match, but it wasn't against Stratton. It was against Mia Ying. So we still got it right because obviously
Okay, so that's how we got tied. Okay.
Green went over in that matchup. So, yeah, me and you are tied.
Okay.
So, with that being said, sorry, Danny, you lost this week. With that being said, we're gonna have a tiebreaker later on. So if we get some people,
tiebreaker. There's nothing wrong.
what are you
wrong
scared?
with a time limit draw. No, I'm just saying.
I don't like time
There
limit
can't always
draws.
be a winner.
If there's somebody,
Oh, look, you just want a participation trophy. Danny,
in the
Danny,
comments,
get 2 waters up, okay?
If
One
there-
water for you, 1 water for me. Okay?
if there's people later on in the chat, we'll get a tiebreaker question going on here to the clear, convincing winner. Sounds familiar? Clear and convincing? No. Okay. I believe we both won that way before. So, might win again. But that remains to be seen.
But overall, Saturday's main event.
Well, like we talked about it before, when it first happened, it was nostalgic to see the old intro of Saturday Night's Main Event. They kept a lot of the theme, as far as the graphics and, the narrow entrance to the ring with the old school barriers and, the security walking the wrestlers to the ring. So it was cool to see all those little details that are not part of the business anymore.
Yeah, I think the whole idea was that throwback was good. Jesse was back.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, he was right on the money.
Yeah,
Commentary,
Jesse. I mean, the thing that I didn't like. So I don't know if you noticed when they had the camera of him walking to the
podium.
Podium.
Yeah.
They should have took him when he was already in.
Yeah.
Because he looked old walking.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, he
is old.
He's 73 years old.
Yeah.
But it's like anything else. Just because you are old, you don't have to show that he's old.
Yeah.
His voice was there.
Yeah.
His
Everything was
character,
there.
all there.
Yeah.
So.
That was pretty awesome.
A little deal he does with his head. Was there.
Yeah, no, that was, yeah. But shame of the camera guy, I think, on that one. I think they screwed up on that one.
Well, I think they wanted to give him an intro. And
yeah, but he shouldn't walk. He shouldn't walk.
Part of the ball game there, but overall, great job on that show. And
overall rating, I think it was 2.5 million.
Bad.
Don't know if that was live or total views or so.
And then adding to the nostalgia, going back to the Nassau Coliseum where it all started in Long Island, Uniondale.
Yeah, no, I think detail-wise they did pretty well.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good one, and I think the next one is January 25th, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, at least we don't have a show on that.
Yes, we do.
We do. We got
January 25th. We return to Franklin, Massachusetts.
I think they're copying
at the Elks Lodge for a special edition.
I think they're copying our road schedule.
Our showcase Saturday night. Yeah. So there you go. You got Saturday night's main event, showcase Saturday night.
You think Ken Doan's leaking the dates to them?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's what Ken's doing. He's like, we got a lot of competition up at Woonsocket.
Yeah. Stealing our shit.
Speaking of that, a couple other guys were on TV.
He's gonna buy. Danny's gonna see. This is.
Well, what are you gonna do? Do you want to tell all your kids what you got them for Christmas too?
Yeah.
All right, little Danny, this is what your dad got you. You want to tell them?
Well,
Xbox 9. That's what they got you, Danny.
Xbox 9.
Yep.
That hasn't come out yet.
Oh.
You're a little bit far advanced. Okay. Yeah, a little bit far advanced on that. But Saturday night's main event took us to Monday Night Raw, live from the TD Garden.
Because its showcase was Raw.
Well, yeah. I mean, we seen Showcase Raw before years ago. We saw another installment again.
We did. You want to tell a little story or give kudos and shout outs?
Well, yeah, I mean,
pull the curtain back a little bit, but not too much.
Going into Monday, me, myself, and Mr. Laid Back over there, Jay Hollywood, that's on the background.
Don't worry. Yes, he is hungry. Yes, he is tired.
He hasn't ate all day.
I haven't ate all day. It's only been 3 hours.
Yeah. We were there live in attendance to see some of our fellow students, some of our fellow showcase talent that were part of the big angle there leading to a match that's going to be happening with Seth Rollins taking on CM Punk. And I think we saw young Daniel Cabral there in the mix. AZ, the inconsistent bum himself, was live and in living color. And, a weird guy that was obviously, we're in Showcase and we're there trying to hire Mr. Brother Moon Revan. So, congratulations to those guys for their appearance.
Special congratulations to our buddy Todd.
Here we go, Danny again. Danny, we got an hour here.
You're killing me, Danny.
You're killing me, kid.
All right, and let me tell your wife what you bought her. Just let you know. Danny bought you oil for the house, water for the pipes, and milk for the fridge.
But yeah, that was it was a special kind of edition of Raw because they taped the following week of Raw. I won't spoil any of that.
Oh, don't worry, Danny will.
I won't spoil any of that, but in the main event of Raw, with it see one of our old compadres, whether you know him as Todd Hansen or Hansen Johnny Hayes or Warbeer Hansen, Boston's own Ibar, or Viking or War Raiders. I mean, they changed so many names.
He is a Showcase for Wrestling alumni.
Yes, so
Remember when he did the gimmick? What's the gimmick he did? Lord, it wasn't Lord. Which one?
Yeah, the Duke gimmick there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. I forget what it was, but
I
yeah.
had it yesterday in my head. Duke of Elegance?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, we'll have to go back and get some old school.
I can picture being in Mattapoisett,
Yeah.
the Knights of Columbus, and I think that was one of the first times they did that gimmick.
Well, you
The
know.
Duke of Elegance, something Chesterfield? Danny, look it up.
It could be that, but nonetheless, you know, all the way from that
Well,
time.
I could be mixing with the Goonies with Chester Copperfield.
Yeah.
I'm
You
happy
know,
for them because all the injuries they went through, all the shit they went through the last couple of years, and it was about 4 years since they had a tag team title.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, no,
congratulations to you guys, man.
yeah.
awesome.
So, you know, hometown guy, hometown boy, Ibar and his partner, Ro, new tag team champions. Congrats to those guys to do it in Boston where it all started. I remember going to that same building in the same scenario, trying to get looked at, you know, and Todd was there and several others, and, you know, he made it happen. So seeing those things inspire you, and seeing those things also, you know, motivate, and it makes you feel like you've made it too. You know?
Yeah.
Well, and I think looking at, you know, knowing the history of Todd and knowing his injuries, and everybody gets down with injuries.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, what actually happened, he reinvented himself because of it.
Yeah.
And he got his greatest heights because of it. So,
Yeah, good for him. You know, we'll see what's going to happen. Like I said, you know, Damian Priest found himself a couple of new buddies with those guys backing him up when he needed it the most. So we'll find out if that's going to lead into something as he tries to battle, you know, his old buddies there, Finn Balor, Carlito, and the rest of the clan. His old buddies. Danny, so there, you have any other news to spoil, or we're moving on to our dates here, like you mentioned before last week. We're moving into the last show of the year. Showcase Saturday Night returns to the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and Arena, 126 Main Street in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, December 28th, 7:07 p.m. bell time for a hangover edition, Christmas hangover edition,
holiday hangover.
whatever.
That's not just because of drunkenness. It can be because you ate too much. You had too much family. If you had too much of whatever,
Too much herbal tea, too much
herbal
medicine.
tea, anything that is too much,
Yeah.
you got to go and blow off some steam and have a good time.
Does it have anything to do with Chris Pratt?
No.
Was that the
Because
hangover
if it
party?
was, you would have ruined it for us and told us.
Yep, he would have.
So that is a great stocking stuffer. Go to showcasewrestling.com. Click the online button there, and just let you know you can buy gift certificates online there at Showcase for Wrestling for events, training, birthday parties. It's a great holiday gift. If you have an up-and-coming wrestler and you ever want to give them the best gift, you can prepay their tuition on showcaseprowrestling.com, or give them the ultimate gift and have them stop being a pro wrestler in the new year.
All that good stuff, happening December 28th. But if we rewind back to December 27th, Royal Crown Wrestling returns to Medford, Massachusetts for the Royal Crown Tournament featuring WWE Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, legendary wrestler Tatanka will be on hand. He'll be in action in Medford, Massachusetts. That's at 7 p.m. bell time in Medford. Tickets are available at RoyalCrownWrestling.com for that event. And make sure you follow Royal Crown Wrestling on all social media for the future events that are coming up in 2025. The new year begins big. The Road to March anniversary is starting January 17th in the Taunton BFW Hall, Taunton, Massachusetts. Friday night, 7:47 p.m. bell time.
I've been training hard for that, man, because now I'm a single, so I'm not tagging anymore. So I'm gunning for that, the whole thing, man. I drew number one last year, right? So lasted about an hour in the ring. So I think this year, hopefully I draw number one again.
Is Danny in March? You talking about
Danny.
March, Danny?
March and Western.
Yeah, you're like two.
We're
2 months
talking
ahead of
about the
time.
first show of the year, Danny.
Oh,
January 17th.
my bad.
Danny's. You been hanging with Sprat.
Yeah, I'll shut up.
I think Danny was hanging with Sprat and the Damien.
I heard March
Wait a
and
minute.
Western.
What's in that can?
We're going
What's in that
into the
can?
road of Marchversary, January 17th, at the Taunton BFW.
Wait, actually, it's the March to March anniversary.
Oh, now you
Somebody said
now
that
you're getting
a few years
technical.
ago.
A March.
Yeah.
So I thought it was the road to Marchversary.
Well, I like the road. I remember someone saying, "What about the March anniversary?" I'm like, "Oh, that ain't bad."
So
So
who said that? Are we dropping names?
no,
here?
we're not dropping names on this one. So
Do I know the person?
unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
Wrestler. Yells at you all the time?
No,
Oh, it's
no.
not.
I tell you off.
Okay.
I don't want to get you. I don't want to get you going.
All right. Well, now, sorry, brother, is the road to Marchversary, and the following week we continue that road on January 25th when we return to the Franklin Elks Lodge in Franklin, Massachusetts, 7:07 p.m. bell time for Showcase Saturday night. All those events and more to come. Available tickets now at showcaseprowrestling.com. Get them now. It's going to be a great New Year start as we head over to March. Danny's excited, and he wants to be a part of the gauntlet for the gold. Are you going in the gauntlet for the gold?
I don't know.
This one's over there waving as he sits back in
I
that chair.
gotta see how I feel. I haven't been feeling great lately, so
Well, you know.
some injuries But actually, let's give a shout out now. I don't know if you saw her on social media. The talent that hasn't been in Showcase Pro Wrestling for about 3.5 years is taking time off, possibly doing it quits.
Yeah.
Mike Montero, it looks like he had a back injury.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he has some. It looks like compression of some of the. What's it? It could be like L6, 7, and 8. So, do wish you a speedy recovery. Again, Mike hasn't been on our roster for a while, but
Yeah.
injuries are real, and it's a bad part of the business. It's a
Yeah,
bad part of the business. So-
unfortunate it happens, but hopefully, Mike can make his return back soon. We wish him the best in his recovery of that injury. Chris Blackheart, so are you in the naughty list? Have you heard from Santa Claus? I mean, what's going on? Like, just a couple of days away from Christmas.
I know. I got to start my Christmas shopping.
You have to start. You guys, I'm beginning to think you guys are related.
So I usually start it late anyway. See, I let all the professionals do theirs first. So when I go there, I can just go and get it
All
done.
right, I'm like the translator here in the show for Chris. So if you're watching live, what that means is Chris waits till the day before when
No,
the
not
on
that bad.
sale stuff can get marked down.
No.
And he'll go in the store. See, he's doing the same thing over there.
No. See, that's not.
Especially if you're giving out candy. I mean, 50% off the day before. So
It's nothing better than,
$7.50,
giving out
$7.75.
Halloween candy at Christmas, right?
Halloween. Are you still carrying the food?
little
the
spray
food bar,
paint,
the
a
little
little-
food bars, candy bars that you claimed that you was getting.
No, usually I have a short list that I have to take care of. Kathy usually takes care of the majority of this stuff, so it makes it a little bit easier for myself. We do discuss it. We do plan.
Well,
She enjoys that. She enjoys going shopping. I don't.
mean, if
Listen,
if it's
I don't enjoy going food shopping. I can't find anything at Market Basket. I was in there for 28 minutes last week looking for breadcrumbs. Do you know what breadcrumbs would be? Market Basket? Put that question out there, right? That is a question.
Where
That
are
is
the breadcrumbs?
right. That's going to be
Blackheart
that's the
wants to
deal
know.
breaker, right? Where would breadcrumbs, right, be at Market Basket? Right?
The spices aisle, probably, right? Baking goods, maybe.
Put it out there.
That's a good.
Put it out there.
That's a good question. Blackheart wants to know where the breadcrumbs are.
I know where it is now. I don't know if it's going to be there next time I go, but I know where it is at Walmart.
What was you cooking for?
I was making the kid was buffalo wings.
Oh, buffalo wings. Okay. You gotta be quick.
Boneless buffalo.
You gotta be quick because Danny went.
So I got the chicken. We had the hot sauce. All I needed The last part was the crumbs.
Oh, okay.
Being a typical guy, I didn't ask anybody, all right? I'm
Yeah.
walking up and down the aisles, going on logical, went to cooking aisle, spice aisle.
You're giving the side-winded look.
I did. I'm looking
like
there.
Dr. Roger
Yeah, I
Williams.
went
like,
with it, peanut
you're walking
butter.
straight, but your eyes are going sideways like this.
I'm doing the Roger Williams.
Yep.
Right, I went up the international. You want to know what Goya is? I'll tell you what Goya is. I know what that is, right?
Have you tried any of it yet?
God, I never really liked Goya.
This guy.
But again, as the older I get, the more I try. So you cook something up and I'll try it.
All right.
So that's what you think. I went everywhere, right? And then I'm like, maybe it's in the bread aisle. So right before I was going to the bread aisle, I asked this young lady, I said, I think I probably walked by it a couple of times. I'm looking for breadcrumbs. And do you know where it was?
Where?
In the frozen food section.
Oh,
right?
God.
Where they had like all the appetizers. You never would have found
Yeah,
it.
well,
Never would've
we
found
would have
it.
never got that answer there. So
No.
whoever's out there, we need another tiebreaker question because I don't think anyone was gonna get that one.
Frank D in the chat, he goes, you spend more time at Market Basket than the gym.
Who's that?
Frank
Who's that?
Frank D.
Frank D? Hey, Frank. Why don't you spend more time trying to find a girlfriend than pumping those arms, all right?
Our buddy
And
Frank
just let you know,
ringing out
Frank-
some Frank. Is that ringing out some Frank? That
It
time
is,
on,
it is.
on the chat. Okay.
So, Frank, I'm about a 30 to maximum 45 without cardio
45 what?
minutes at the gym.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I-
Yeah, this one was at the gym,
No,
sitting
no,
down.
you were sitting at the gym.
Sitting in every
Sitting at the
way,
gym.
spots and all that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more embarrassing.
That's the log.
What is wrong with these kids nowadays?
I don't know.
Blackheart? That's the question. Like, what's wrong in the environment today? Well, it doesn't mean that you can't
funny.
multitask. You can work out your eyes, you can
Yeah.
work out your chest, your shoulders, your legs, you know, all of the above. Yeah, he was
That's
walking.
like, all right, let's be honest. Going to the gym and sitting in a chair is like going to the doctor and not getting why you went there. Going to the dentist and sitting in the chair.
Well, I mean,
You're already there. Get the work done.
in all honesty, you do go to the ER and it seems like you're just sitting there,
Well, that's-
and then your pain or your illness goes away, and then you're just sleepy and want to go home. So, you know, it sounds familiar. It's the truth. Have you ever been have you ever gone to the ER and you're feeling like crap?
Knock on.
Yeah, knock on wood.
I haven't gone for
But you know, you're sitting there for hours, and by the time you are gonna get taken in the back and get seen, just want to go home. You're fine. You know, luckily.
Well, I guess it depends. Usually, you know, when I've been there, it's been like blood related. You know.
Blood related.
Yeah, I know. Like, you know, you crack your head on your birthday. You know, you got to go.
Because
or-
Blackheart gets little boo boos here, blows his shoulder,
You
doing
got
shoulder
boobies.
presses.
You got, yeah. Well, that was like 10:30 on like a Thursday. That was the first time I.
It's a tryout. I can't pay ya. It was a tryout.
Well, spot or no?
It was a tryout. And then he involved me in his fucking carny stuff. He's like, Don Vega, you know the deal. It's a tryout. I'm like, Mike.
I would tell you what I tell the young kids now. If you're complaining about a payday, you got more problems in your real life than a wrestling payday.
Well,
Because that should have make or break.
some guys would
You're
not
dead.
agree because, you
No,
know.
no. But on the other hand, if there's an agreement between yourself and the promoter, it should be honored.
Yeah.
But the fact that a payday should not ruin your whole day.
Yeah, of course.
You know? No, what I'm saying, if you're worried about an indie payday, you got bigger problems in your
Well,
life.
some guys are having bangers and they're not making any money, so, you know. What happens when you have a banger and then you look at your bank account and it's not banging?
Well, you probably would have to open up a bank account first. So.
Oh. You would have. That means you would have to have money to deposit into
That could
bank.
be it too.
Okay, all right. You know, you would have to have one of those $15 checks that you were bouncing back in the day.
Yes, Jose Perez.
People are still, to this day,
Is it legendary?
bringing up those legendary stories.
Well, yeah.
And the fact that we've had so many guys that don't work for us regularly come through the doors, just because. And I was having this conversation with him and other people a couple of days ago. You know, when I try to book talent, I book them because they're the right talent for the job that we need them to do. I don't have to take you out to dinner. You don't have to be my best friend. I don't even have to like you. As a matter of fact, I could be, you know, a guy that I don't fucking stand, but if he's the right guy, I'm going to book him.
Yeah.
And that's the way that we do things. And we've had so many guys come in and out that all they got to do is ask those guys, have they gotten $15 or checks that bounce? So,
Well,
you know.
Oh, I know, and that's the funny part is like, since we've always, we ran the business since '07, payday's always been there.
Yeah.
Houses hasn't always been there.
Yeah.
The compensation of agree upon has been there. So it's now a lot of people can say that. A lot of people aren't running. A lot of people only run 2 or 3 shows a year. So So the legendary stories.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a hint. When a promoter gives you a compensation in the form of a check, and there are promoters out there that still does this.
Yeah, they still do checks.
Right.
There's a few that I
Right.
would take checks from.
Make sure when they tell you that they switched banking institutions, you don't go to the institution that they don't bank at anymore.
Yeah.
So if it has Citizens on the left-hand corner,
You can't go to Santander and try to cash a check.
yes, because that's. I remember Jose hit me up and he was very concerned that the check wasn't good. I said, Jose, the check is good because I had a separate account for the payroll.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, they're telling me the bank is not good. And I'm like, Jose, I know the money is there. And then it didn't dawn on me because it was probably like 2 months or 3 months after we switched. And I said, can you look on the bottom left? And he goes, yeah. I says, so what does it say? It says, it says Santander. Are you at Citizens? He goes, yeah. I'm like, that's why you can't cash it. So you just have to laugh. You just have to laugh about it.
I mean, yeah, I just, sometimes like I haven't heard it recently in the last few years, but that was one of the big ones before when I used to go to different locker rooms, and I'm like saying to myself, that's a thing of the past. If you're still getting those type of paydays elsewhere, you should be worrying about your worth. Not everybody's worth the same. Like I said, not everybody you have to like. Not everybody you have to take out to dinner. It's all about who's the right guy at that right time. But moving on to that, do we have anybody in the chat?
So Matt Dreamont joining us, and congratulations on your students in security. And Frank just laughing at you.
Frank's laughing?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Matt, for tuning in. It was Matt that's on the chat?
Yep.
Thanks to Matt for tuning in this week. The students, and speaking of students, and, Coach Ken.
Bring that up, Danny.
He put something out today regarding new students. We're always looking for new students, especially athletes, high school, collegiate athletes that really want to join and become professional wrestlers. What's the email address that they need to reach out to us?
Easiest one is promoter@showcaseprowrestling.com, or hit us up on social media at SP Wrestling. Just say, you don't have to give a full resume. Just say, hey, I'm inquiring about the school. What do I have to do? We'll send you an email, set up a time for you to come down, check out the place, talk to us, talk to people who are training there.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing, usually people start getting excited about wrestling when it comes down to the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, maybe Saturday's main event.
Yeah, that's the post. You can leave that one up then.
The biggest thing I always tell people, check out the environment to make sure it's the right environment for you.
Yeah.
Talk to the people who are training there, because just because it could be the best wrestling school wherever, it may not be the best for you.
Yeah.
And you have to find out if it's right for you. And, it's a long-term investment. You're going to be there multiple days a week.
Well, you get the thing is, you get what you put in. The sacrifices are real. You have to be consistent, not to plug anybody else.
No, you have to be consistent, but don't be a bum.
Well, yeah, you don't be a bum and make excuses and be allergic to the mat.
Don't be like AZ.
And all that. You're there to wrestle. It means you're there to put the work. And if that's your goal, nothing's gonna stop.
Well, and then people forget too, unlike, traditional forms of education, wrestling school is built off of you.
Yeah.
Your ability, how you're picking it up. If you're picking up certain things quicker, you're going to accelerate more.
Yes.
So the more you're there, the more you're going to pick up.
Yeah.
And even, like we had a couple of students that went to Boston, and he's sitting there with a friend of his, and he's a long life friend of his, and his friend is going berserk and really cheering. And he was watching the security guards because he knew that potentially it could be one of the people that he's in class with. And I said, great, what'd you learn? And he goes, Blackheart, you ruined wrestling for me. I said, great, tell me how I ruined it for you. Because I started watching it for educational and to grow as a wrestler and a worker, not as a fan. I said, congratulations.
Well, that's the key. You have to make that transition. We're all fans. We wouldn't be in the business if we wasn't. But you have to make that transition from just being a fan to now this becoming something that you want to potentially do as a job and as an art form and discipline. So it's a big difference that a lot of people don't get in the beginning, and some might never get. But again, you will never know if you don't walk through the door.
Oh, Dan, put up that plug for
Mikey,
for Apocalypse's new place.
Apocalypse.
So I saw this on Facebook. Did Mike open a restaurant?
He did. It's Mikey's Place up in Hooksett, New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
Looks like subs, grinders, and pizza.
I wasn't sure. I saw that, and Mike's an old friend of ours. We go way back. So congrats to Mike, and he's got pizza and burgers and wings. I'm sure. I'm sure there's some good stuff. So go check him out.
I'm thinking I got to check my Tuesday schedule.
Yeah, we'll have to go down there.
I'm going to Maine, and I can't remember how far. We used to go to the Hooksett Brewery, but I think that was when Kathy had relatives living on the New Hampshire line. So, Mike, I may be there on Tuesday.
So, yeah, we're going to have to go down there and make the trip and catch up with Mike. It's always a good time when we see him and shoot the breeze. Chris Blackheart. So, what is the next pay-per-view that's coming up?
Well, there's a Ring of Honor final battle tomorrow, I think that's.
So that one there, the next WWE pay-per-view, what's that?
I think that Royal Rumble, right? Yeah.
Already?
Well, we have the Netflix coming up on January 6th, which we've got to plug that one. So talk about a showcase week.
I did.
No, we had talent who went down there on that Wednesday too for Netflix.
Yeah, so we'll go back to that. They had the Netflix special there, press conference at the new WWE offices in Stamford, Connecticut, and again, being as weird and unpredictable as he is, there's a rumor that Brother Moon Revan was somewhere in the building.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, good for those guys. I'm sure you're going to be seeing a lot of faces in the upcoming months. We're not going to give any spoilers, but, stay tuned to those other programs that you might see on Fridays and Mondays on some other little networks. You might see some familiar faces that you could come see on the last show of the year, December 28th, in Woonsocket at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and Arena. Do you know some of the matches? What's going to happen there? There's a lot of surprises happening. Like we saw the last time we was in Taunton, we heard words from somebody that's been missing in action for a very long time, Annabelle.
Want me to shut the lights off or?
No, I'm all set with that.
No, I mean,
I'm trying to enjoy my holidays, Chris Blackheart.
I haven't seen her for a while.
Do you want to see her?
I don't know.
Last time I saw her, we were in the middle of nowhere. She popped in front of my Mustang in a chair.
Yeah, no, she's something about her.
So, something about those two. Now she feels like Brother Moon Rever abandoned him. or her.
Well,
and,
the question is, like anything else, what happened? Maybe we could have her on the podcast
no, I'm gonna
and
say with
find
that.
out what really happened.
She could be under the table too.
She could be under the table.
I don't know,
Why don't you
man.
look underneath there and then tuck it underneath there?
I'm all set with that, man.
Yeah.
I had a whole ordeal during the pandemic with those
No,
two.
okay, but that
And
could be
was-
all right. That would be an awesome guess.
I
To
was
find out what happened, where has she been, and why is she back?
Why would you want to talk to a dog? Dogs don't speak.
Well, this one does.
I mean, I tried telling people that for the longest, and they're like, "Oh no, you're going crazy.
Wow.
You're seeing things."
Yeah, but all right. Isn't in the Puerto Rican culture? Aren't you guys some days a little leery
that's a lot
of stuff?
That's a lot of that.
And I get it. I'm not saying we're talking about the the Bridgewater Triangle.
Yeah.
That I guess I lived in for almost 30 years. I didn't know was there. So
Chris
A lot
Blackheart
of-
kayfabe that too. He just.
I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that the ghost was flying all around.
I
me.
did it. How many times I
Just send him to Julio's house. He loves.
Oh,
He
yeah.
loves. He loves the paranormal. He loves the scary movies.
The ghosts
and
of
the haunted
Christmas,
houses.
The
and
ghosts
the-
of Christmas
and the-
past could be coming.
He loves all that
Yeah, so with that being
extracurricular
said,
activity.
Annabelle, Danny, you put together, right? I'm
Danny reaches out. He's gonna go in the middle of the night
Sure. Yep. Why
to
don't you-
parts unknown.
Yep. Go down to the Showcase for Training Center, Danny. When you go down the stairs, look to the left, go near the elevator shaft. She likes to hang out
Rumor
there.
has it that she lives in that old.
I don't like the elevator shaft.
Well-
I found her there once or twice, and it was
We might have to revisit that just for Blackheart.
no.
But in action, all the stars of Showcase Pro Wrestling. The former educator Christopher Spratt will be in action, and he's bringing his herbal tea, as well as Brother Moon Revan, superstar Sean Candido, the Evil Doctor Williams will be in action. Your buddy there, your favorite wrestler, and the inconsistent bum AZ will also be in action.
Matt Michelson.
The son of he's son
But
of.
you know, I've been watching.
There's a lot of sons. I just
They've
don't
been
want.
doing pretty good as a tag team lately. A lot of hard work going in there. So
From what I hear, a lot of complaining about them not being treated fairly.
Well, understandable. No matter how you look at it, they lost. But the fact that they put in all that energy to get better, that's a good thing.
Well,
Unlike the Eagles, right? Are the Eagles out?
the Eagles. The Eagles are about to be the number
Yeah?
one seed in the NFC.
Oh, I have no
See,
idea.
this guy doesn't.
I know.
This
I
guy,
watch
he's
football.
shaking his head over there, but he knows it's true.
Hey,
I
was hoping hey, at least I know that's your one of your teams, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Danny's quiet. He's probably a Patriots fan.
Well, I got a question too. No team's ever three-peated. You think the Chiefs got a chance doing it this year?
No,
What are we
not
talking about?
Not happening.
Football? We're not talking about football then. No,
Not happening.
Let's shut
Daniel.
this shit down.
If
We're
it's
talking
the
about football.
Chiefs and the Eagles,
Cut
we're
this
gonna,
shit
we're
down.
gonna,
We're not watching football. We're not talking about football.
Yes, Alex rated. We're gonna
We're not
crush the
talking
Kansas
about
City
football.
Chiefs
This
if
is not
we make it again
showcase
to the Super Bowl.
football pod. It's
Well,
the showcase
we talk
wrestling
about
pod.
a little bit. Now,
We do. We talk a little
We got to
football,
bring a little
let's
bit of
get over it.
sports in here
you're
and
killing
talk
me.
about some of that stuff too. We'll mix it up. Then you'll have to watch more stuff.
Milwaukee Bucks won the cup. Tournament cup.
What is that anyway? The tournament cup. What is that?
What is that?
In-season tournament.
Yeah, it's weird.
Never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Is it new? That's why I haven't heard about it.
So,
The winners get 500,000 apiece each player. They all make $500,000.
Blackheart would definitely like to play on that. Hey, look at his tone changed right
I
away.
like
He's like,
that.
oh, 500,000?
All right, well,
I
all
think
right.
I like basketball now.
No, see, I used to like playing the sport compared to watching it.
Okay. So,
No,
Hey, before we were about, the summer went away, we were supposed to do an
Possibly.
annual event. We had pitched to do some football amongst the
Yeah, that was
SPW talent. We also pitched doing like a dodgeball game or maybe a softball game. How about this? We'll leading towards the summer, leading towards the spring, we'll bring it up on air and we'll let the people vote. What should we do? And we'll probably live stream it.
All right, let me get back to let me get rid of some injuries and then
You want to be a bench player?
No, I know. I like to participate, but right now, if we did it,
Okay.
I can't even go to the range right.
You got some time. You got some time.
I can't do flag football.
I mean, it has to be something
What
that
about
everybody can participate.
cornhole? Cornhole's fun.
It's like a redneck.
Do
game,
some
man.
softball.
Redneck game. You are a redneck.
Even Danny wants to play some hard hitting stuff.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll let people give out some ideas, and then we'll have Blackheart either start in the game or be a bench player, backup,
Depending on what it
third
is.
string.
What about bowling? Right, bowling.
You don't want to go.
Bowling could be a possibility.
Again, I haven't done it in a while.
I'll kill you.
It could be a possibility.
Big balls, 10-pin.
Yeah, regular bowling.
I can't do cano pin anymore.
Could be.
They're
It
too
could,
small and too
bowling.
light.
it could be a possibility.
I think I haven't done this for like 10 years. So.
that might happen, but we'll keep you informed and
Maybe
we'll bring it back.
maybe we can have the showcase Special Olympics.
Those are Special Olympic. You remember the last time we had a Special Olympian showed up in Taunton?
Okay.
Going back to the Bitter Day, the Bitter Days of Buddy
With
Romano, the
Ken,
Bitter Club, and he had won that medal, and he took his
Ken, yeah.
Buddy Romano
Yeah.
took him for his
That
lap,
wasn't-
he flipped him right off his chair.
That was very nice.
You like that?
No, Ken, he's coaching now, by the way.
He's coaching.
Ken's coaching the next generation of Special Olympics, and
We have to flip him over again.
I'm not gonna no.
I'm
so
just saying.
congratulations to Ken.
I'm asking.
And anyone complains, the reason I said the Showcase Special Olympics because it would be a special time we're doing it.
Wow. I mean, it could
Could
be.
you imagine Danny?
There could be some.
Danny, could you imagine Danny doing it? I could picture Danny trying to do a 3-yard dash in his gear with his boots
There
on.
could be some special people involved in the event.
Yeah. Actually, no. Maybe that could be fun. Maybe we do it for a charity.
That could be. That
How
could
about
be
some
good.
powerlifting demonstrations? And
That could be good.
We do- all right.
Well, Danny,
Maybe-
I don't
that's
think
fine.
I want to rip my crotch by
Sorry.
lifting 1,000 pounds.
So maybe we each get like 2 or 3 people like on a team,
Yeah.
right? And then we all put in different events that you think you're good at that maybe somebody
That
isn't
could
good
be.
at.
That
right?
could be interesting, Chris Blacker. You
Yeah.
might have something there.
I
Yeah.
got first pick.
What?
I got first pick.
Sleeping and eating is an Olympic sport.
He's gonna be coaching the whole thing. That's his forte.
All right.
Yeah. He's gonna be coaching the events.
Well, speaking of forte and coaching, Big Joel Davis update. Our
Where in
friend,
the
real
world-
deal.
where in the world is
Joel Davis?
Davis?
I just take his social media. I don't see any active stuff coming up in
I'm telling you,
end
Joe.
of January.
you just keep saying there's stuff coming up in
Joe,
January.
Joe's got something brewing, man.
So with that being said, if you are an event promoter looking for a comedian for your show, reach out to our friend, the real deal Joel Davis.
and he'll make you laugh.
I think Joel's funny.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, he's
And remember, Joel, tell more wrestling stories. Embrace the history.
Yeah, he'll definitely make you laugh. I mean,
Yeah, no, he's got
time
that.
to do the Biden, the Joe Biden.
The Biden, yeah, no, he's. I think this could be his breakout year. So,
Yeah, you gotta give Joe a one-legged whoop whoop.
yeah, dude, woo, woo.
Yeah, gotta raise the roof. But we won't leave tonight before we have a big announcement.
Big announcement.
Big announcement. Blackheart likes big announcements. So, that Martroversy this year happens March 14th from the Taunton BFW Hall
That is correct.
in Taunton, Mass. The next night, March 15th,
You want to tell people yet?
to be announced.
All right, yeah, we have a special event that we're
Be
putting together on the
announced,
15th.
the first ever.
But sorry, since
event.
you're going to future events now, we know Danny is a romantic, and there's nothing more romantic
Than an
than
18-hour.
train ride,
Yeah.
plane, trains, and automobiles to go on February 14th at the Taunton VFW and have Valentine's Day with Showcase Pro Wrestling. So since you're throwing out all these future dates,
You did it again, huh?
what are you talking about?
You're skipping Valentine's Day.
Oh, skip it. I'm celebrating with everybody.
Supposed to be celebrating with the wife.
Whose wife?
Your wife. You did it again. So
Well, I can't, all right, it's hard when they line up dates, okay? In all honesty, no, I think we're going to have one of those, right? But then when I line up dates, I do by wrestling dates. And some days I do get in trouble how I line it up, but
Yeah.
normally, like, we're running January 14th, January 17th. 1 month later, we can't do it the week before, we can't do it the week after. And then we have March, and then you go into April. April's even worse because we're at WrestleMania. So it's just not booking one show. It's usually, with Tom and I usually try to book like 6 months ahead of time. So just happens to be on that wonderful night, 10 o'clock at night. Take the young ladies out then.
well,
Perfect.
Blackheart. At that time, he's gonna go the BFW route to home to go to sleep.
Absolutely no. I'll go home.
Have a TV dinner maybe.
No, I hope not.
Yeah, the only love affair I want is some SPW gold.
We have anybody else on the chat, Daniel?
We got Summer Sanders Jones asking an update on Lumen. After I kicked his ass, I guess, but
Lumi.
Lumen,
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. I don't know.
You tell me the update on Lumi.
Yeah. You never know. Maybe Lumi will
Exactly.
be here on December 28th, because the great part about that, a lot of people do have vacation off from work, family comes in, so you may see some talent at the Showcase Sports Arena that you may not normally see because of family schedules coming back in the area. So
Yeah. Well,
maybe Lumi could be there.
maybe. Who knows? Are you gonna be there, Daniel?
I'll be there, rocking the house like usual,
So he's free.
pressing the house.
He's free 'cause it's a Saturday night.
It's for your Saturday night.
Yes, indeed. So do you have anything else for tonight, or do we
No,
wrap it
but
up?
I thought I would do this because I know you, Danny, bring up the picture.
Or picture?
Let's give people a Christmas gift.
All memories.
Yes.
I've seen it earlier.
Bring it up. I know Kathy
Oh
loves
yes,
it.
this
Bring
is
it up.
great.
Bring it up.
This is great. Go to the picture where Blackheart's tied and bound
Yes.
and held against his will and kidnapped, as I used to say back then,
Where is it?
by Carlos Slavin there. Missing in action, Carlos Slavin.
It should be on Kathy's social media.
Yeah. Pull it up. This would be a great wallpaper. A great holiday
And you
gift
say
if you print
I
it
don't
out.
give good gifts, okay? You were going to go out the air without giving something good.
Well, I was going to give something good, and then you stopped me. You want to make him wait.
Oh, we're going to bring, we had Santa possibly coming in today. You unhooked Santa.
I had nothing to do with Santa Claus not being in the building. Danny's looking in the wrong page. She's in Kathy's
All right,
page, Daniel.
do you find it or?
Danny's in Carlos Slavin's social
I
media.
just lost it. There you go. All right, let me.
Next one on this Facebook.
So this is live, so Danny's scrolling to the pictures
Yeah,
there.
now let me.
Um,
I just gotta crop some stuff out of it.
what's the internet
Yes.
running slow today, Daniel?
Yeah, what the heck's going on?
We did promise the picture, so we gotta get it on the air at some
All
point.
right, I'm sending over. I'm sending over right now. Dan, I'm gonna do it to the pod.
See what we got going here.
Where'd it go?
It's like a race, turtle race.
No, dude.
Blackheart against Danny.
Well, some days.
Who can get it first? Let's
All
see.
right, Dan, I'll send it to you a personal one.
All bets are off.
I'm gonna send to you a live one, okay?
Not the live.
Any other comments other than
Not
Louis?
the Bedondi one.
You don't want that one?
Not the live one, because I'm not on that
Oh,
page.
you're killing me.
Any other comments other than the Lumi comment?
Rail Crown Wrestling, the pasta aisle or dairy aisle for the.
Oh, for the
marketplace-
breadcrumbs.
Market,
Which
yeah.
one?
The pasta,
Pasta
aisle
aisle
or
or
the dairy
dairy.
aisle.
Yeah, I know. That's be logical, right?
It was supposedly in the freezer aisle.
It was the one in Market Basket in Attleboro.
I'm Michael Shea.
Yeah, yeah.
So there you have it. What a beautiful sight. What a postcard. If you want to share it with your friends and your loved ones. Chris Blackheart, tied and taped up in a real tight, sticky situation.
That was, did I have a beard at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Whew.
That was.
Wasn't sure if it was just here.
That was season's beatings.
It was
a couple years back, and I did lose the heavyweight championship because of Blackheart's inconsistencies. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for reminding me.
See, we all had a bad night. I almost lost a beard. You lost a title.
Yeah, you were supposed
Danny
to.
had a worse night. He wasn't even booked.
You were supposed to have the tape,
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
and then you get tied up with
That duct
your
tape,
own
man.
duct
Oh,
tape.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You know, I tried to help him. He was going through counseling and everything because of this.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
That'd be a nice postcard, don't you think? Just
Yeah,
send
it was a
couple-
T-shirt
Yeah.
at one point. So, you know, with that being said, we're heading into Christmas in a couple days,
And actually, it would be one day after Christmas we come back for the show.
yeah. So you know, have a great holiday. I hope you get everything that you want from Santa Claus, other than
Some
Blackheart
people
getting
get
cold.
what they deserve.
Yeah, some people get what they deserve, but other than that, stay safe, stay blessed. You know, we wish you happy holidays on behalf of Showcase Pro Wrestling, the boss Chris Blackheart, Danny Badandi, and Don Vega. We will see you right back here next week in the Showcase Pod.